What is up, everyone? It's Justin Parnell back with some Historic Brawl today, and I gotta be honest, the deck that I've put together is quite ridiculous, and we are playing Rusko Clockmaker. So, some of you are probably saying, what is this card? Well, this is a Alchemy Brothers War card, so this is not a paper Magic card, this is a card that only exists on Arena. And Rusko says, whenever it enters the battlefield, you conjure a card named Midnight Clock, so the card Midnight Clock, from Throne of Eldraine onto the battlefield. And it's a 3/3 for 2 black and a blue. Then whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you put an hour counter on each Midnight Clock, just in case you happen to have more than one. Wouldn't that be crazy? And then you drain your opponent for 1. And that happens regardless of whether you have a Midnight Clock or not. I've been playing this deck a little bit, and this is... I almost feel bad, because normally I don't try to play like wildly overpowered decks on the channel. I like to play stuff a little off the beaten path, but Rusko is absolutely insane. I have only lost like 2 matches, and one of those was to another Rusko deck. But let me tell you, folks, just having this, and I don't really have any other creatures in this deck, it is just non-creature spells to trigger Rusko. So you basically just play Rusko, you make a Midnight Clock, which is just a very good card on its own, a 3-mana card, and then every time that you cast a spell, it speeds up the clock and you drain your opponent. So you don't need to do a whole lot, you just kind of need to just play the cards in your hand and just interact with all of your opponent's stuff. And there's some cards, of course, that can make more Midnight Clocks, including an actual Midnight Clock itself. But we have things like Sculpting Steel. And we have the actual only creature in the deck, which is a Phyrexian Metamorph. Then we have a Thassa Deep Dwelling to bounce our Rusko and replay it every single turn. We have Mirror Maid to make more Midnight Clocks. It just gets really ridiculous. And I think the best way to show you how ridiculous this deck is to show you, so let's do just that. But before we get into the games, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel to keep seeing this sweet, sweet content every week. Alright, game 1, we are on the draw against Prosper Tomebound. So, normally you want to try to, keep a 2-mana rock if you can, but there's only 4 in the deck. That lets you play Rusko on turn 3. Either way, we have a very solid curve. We can cast all of the cards in our hand, so we're going to keep this. If we'll have 2 chances to draw a land. If we don't draw a land by turn 2 to have our 4th land, we'll probably play this Reckoner Bankbuster. Maybe we'll play the Search for Escon. We'll probably play the Search for Escon, actually. Because this can let us filter to get a land. Alright, well, speak of the devil. There is the Mind Stone to let us play Rusko on the 3rd turn. And our opponent's likely going to play Prosper. And we're going to say, yeah, you know what? Well, we can do the same thing. Sure, they get a free card, but we get a free Midnight Clock. And let me tell you, one of those is better than the other. I can absolutely assure you. Agonizing Remorse, sure. Hardly matters. I gotta get Ugin? That's fine. I wasn't even gonna play Ugin. I'm gonna play some combination of all these other cards. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing about Rusko. If you have lands, which we do have an extra land. Oh, there's a spicy one here. You can just play Rusko back because it's a lot like Golos in the sense that it pays for like half of its commander tax. So Ominous Seas is a spicy little tech piece that I have in here. Whenever you draw a card, you put a counter on it, and you can remove 8 counters to make an 8/8. Well, Midnight Clock, when it pops off, is going to draw us that many. Okay, it's going to draw us 7 cards. So now we're just going to deploy the rest of our hand. And while this like might look bad, it's really well, we won't play Rusko into this obliterating bolt. That we know our opponent has. So we'll just play. We'll play Ominous Seas. We'll play Search for Azcanta. And we'll play this Bank Buster. And that way we've gotten rid of all of our artifacts out of our hand. And then we will pass the turn. Rusko can come down next turn. Hopefully they can, like, I don't know. They kill something so we can Fatal Push this Prosper. That would be nice. So they're going to get to look at 4 cards. And then they're going to exile 1, which is going to get them a treasure. And of course, Professional Facebreaker also going to get them a treasure. Alright, they have a mountain. Okay. Well, they only have 1 card in their hand. These 2 are going to be gone. They can't really play them.
Today's my lucky day.
They can play Reckless Impulse, which is quite good. And they can play their dragon here, which will, of course, make them more treasures. Tell me if you've heard that one before. A sweeper would be nice. And they're just going to go looking. See if they can find something else. You find some prisoners. Yeah, they could do that. Go find some prisoners. They're thinking about destroying something. Okay. We're gonna let them destroy this midnight clock. And then we are going to... Okay, didn't really give us an opportunity to do this, but we'll get Prosper now. Really would have liked for it to stop and say, hey, you might have priority, you know. Which we do, but let's see if we can find something else. Drown in the Lock. Drown in the Lock is cute. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we got one of our midnight clocks is gone missing. That's fine. We'll just play Narset. It's likely gonna die, but we can slightly protect it with this Drown in the Lock, so... Yep. And let's go ahead and just try to protect this Narset here. They're not really drawing cards, so Narset doesn't hurt them, but this represents another card for us, so... And hopefully we can find a sweeper.
You're going down.
Prosper's back. Back and getting treasures. Strangle, no! Alright, let's just... Actually, we'll do that in a turn. In case they draw a discard spell and like we give them a free thing. All right, they got lots of treasures, and they're gonna go looking. They have Lava Coil. Now we will draw. Command tower. We need to find something. Relapse, not it. Let's see. This would leave us with 2 mana. We can. This way we can return their dragon. And then we will probably cycle this Lonely Sandbar. And then draw a card with the Bank Buster. So we're going to get hit for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Potentially 6, 7 with Chandra. And they just exiled the dragon, which is pretty great. Happy to see that. Oh no, not Zorn! Oh, this is bad news. This is very, very bad news. Herbrask? Oh, that's also bad news. Now they make 2 treasures every time. They could probably find another haste thing. Black market connections. Let's just go ahead and, like, cycle this. See if there's something we can come up with. Rona's Vortex. Alright. We're gonna bounce this Prosper. Well, it'll inconvenience them greatly. Probably should have done that the first time. But here we are. And now they gotta go attacking. We're gonna take 6. And we need to find... We don't want Mox Amber. That's not going to do it for us. We'll transform as Kanta. Okay. Archmage's Charm. That can draw us 2 cards. Target ourselves. That seems like a good idea. Davriel. We'll play our land for the turn, then we'll play Davriel. They discard a card. If they can't, they sacrifice an attacking creature. That seems pretty good. They only have 2 cards they could potentially even discard. So... It could perpetually give something -3/-3, but that's not gonna work. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Now they have unlicensed disintegration, so that's bad news for us. Okay. They can technically draw another card, which they probably should do. Yeah, they're gonna do the full Monty. I can appreciate that. Can appreciate that. We're super dead now. But we're just dead to ribbons. Good game. Good game. Man. Full on prospered. But I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that. I'm not mad about it. We're gonna need to be put in our place because I feel like we didn't get to see the full power of Rusko yet, but we will, rest assured. Okay, we are in a mirror match against our friend Rusko Clockmaker. in game 2. We're on the draw. We have a lot of ways to interact with Rusko. Tail's End is good. Disallow is pretty good, but I think we need more mana. This is a much better hand. This is a much better hand. This lets us hopefully play Rusko on turn 3 with this Arcane Signet. Now, our opponent could mess with us, of course. They could counter their Arcane Signet. No, they didn't. Okay. Kira. Okay. Well, we are going to play our Rusko. And presumably they're going to play their Rusko. Maybe they won't. I don't know. Who's to say? Maybe they're going to kill our Rusko. No, they're going to play theirs. Okay. Now, it's true we will not be able to actually kill their Rusko. Well, Mox Amber's very good. We will keep that. That's gonna let us like speed run for the first time. Okay, so we're gonna play a land. First thing that we're gonna play is Midnight Clock. And then we're going to play Mox Amber. Then we're going to... I guess we should do this first and have this countered. Yeah, I'm sure. And then we can cut it down. Yeah, I'm sure. Why is it like, are you sure? You 100% positive? Okay. We are doing the Midnight Clock speedrun. Just want to get these cards out of your hand so you can just redraw. And we are fortunately doing that better than our opponent is. Which is really what you want to do in the Rusko mirror, is keep your curve as low as possible. And you will eventually drain them out, because you're just going to get so much more gas. Sheoldred? Well, let's opt first. Silmgar's, so -3, and then we can bounce Sheoldred. Yeah, we'll keep that. And probably we'll do that on upkeep, bounce. Okay, target a permanent, and then target a creature. Kill their Rusko. So that means on their turn, we're gonna draw 7. Thematic Compass. Actually, we're just gonna do it now. All right, and opponent sees the writing on the clock and succumbs to the Rusko mirror. All right, we are on the draw this time, and we have a lot of interaction for their commander, which is actually very good. It's kind of tempting because generally you just want more lands, but obviously you have to respect what your opponent's doing too, so we'll keep this. It's a bit slow. I wish we were on the play, but... Yep, and they're going to get their commander out very early. I would love to have an untapped land on this turn. That is what I would really like. We will get nothing of the sort. Opponent developing their mana. So, are they going to start making 1/1s? Or are they going to keep developing their hand? Welcoming Vampire. Well, I know what they're going to do first, and that's going to be develop their hand. Okay. So they can copy their creature tokens next turn. And I think at this point we just pass the turn and just let them. We'll see what they do. We can always respond. Welcoming Vampire is an enter the battlefield's trigger. Level 2, okay. And we'll see where they're going to go with it. If they go to put it on Incubation Druid, which they are, so we're going to go ahead and kill that. Has no counters. And we'll take 5. Hopefully I don't have a creature, but I'm sure they do. Shatterstorm. That's on us. We made the we cast the spell. Okay. So they have 5 lands, but they're in doubling territory, which is generally pretty scary. So let's go ahead and just... The last thing that we want to have happen is them just to untap play land and then activate the ability. We won't get priority before then. Which could have happened. Could have definitely happened. Reese is back. Bertha Meletus. And that'll make another token next turn for them to be able to copy. Yeah, I was to say, please attack with everything. Okay. Take 3. Alright. Ugin. Well, Ugin will let us kill their commander. And the fact that they can attack Ugin is pretty much irrelevant, honestly. It's in the deck because it's a, you know, it's a non-creature that's a, you know, can draw some cards. We have a bunch of artifacts or colorless stuff. But with our hand and the board, it's not necessary. Chroma's Memorial. Well, talk about a card we wish we could counter. That would have been a good one to counter. Dive down. I think we might be dead. Maybe we can find a fog. Or something. What do we get? Giant growth. That's not helpful. That's not helpful at all. Is that the worst thing we could have got? Let's go. Let's find out. Okay. Swords. Light of Hope. Light of Hope would have been better than Giant Growth. Gain us 4 life. Ponder. Force Spike. Force Spike would have been the worst thing. Duress would have been pretty bad too. Assault Stride would also have been pretty bad. Cathar's Crusade. Well, we're going to let it happen, and then we're going to stop a creature from being cast. Sure, we'll just counter this. Eight. Okay. So we're going to go to 2. We'll go to 3 as we cast that spell. Okay. We can activate the midnight clock. Tap this for a blue. Alright, let's play this midnight clock, which is going to activate the other midnight clock. Shuffle this all back in. Huh. Mirror Maid could copy their Chroma's Memorial, but that doesn't help us, because their creatures aren't black and red. Alright, I'm going to go looking in the tome again. Duress. Duress probably not going to be helpful. Okay, we'll take that, I suppose. And then we're gonna make a... We'll make another midnight clock. Okay. Well... Chroma's Memorial, huh? That's a real big time Magic card right there. Big time Magic card. We're gonna counter whatever they play. Commander, sure, we'll counter it. Now it doesn't matter, they have another creature, which they're gonna be able to play. And then give all of their things +1/+1 counters. We were dead long before then. We had to try to find a sweeper. We didn't. We are super dead. Super duper dead. Okay. Yeah, I respect that. Good game. Good game. Good game. Okay, we are on the play, and man... Alright, we're playing against Reese the Redeemed again. Different person, but we can get our revenge. I think on the play, we have to keep... The tantalizing ability to get a Clockmaker on turn 3 is too much to you know, give up. Okay. I'll make a blue in case we don't. That way we can have counter-spelling mana. Come on, Clockmaker. That's not a clock. Not a clock. Alright, we'll pass. We have interaction, at least. We'll take one. Let's attempt to kill their commander. I don't know if it'll work. They tapped with 3 mana. Okay. Passed with 3 mana up. Tail's End. Okay. Well, we're just going to sit on our pile of interaction. When I say interaction, I mean a million counterspells. Tome of the Infinite. This is one of the cooler cards for Rusko, for sure. Scoot Swarm. We can't let you have that. All right, there's a River's Rebuke. We really just need one land, and then we are like, we're good to go. Well, we have to counter this. We don't have a choice. If we don't counter that, we can't counter anything that later. Okay. Gala Greeters. Gala Greeters is fine. Reese. No, Reese is not fine. You're gonna get countered. I imagine that it's gonna go back, yeah. Now they got a 5 mana cost commander. Okay. Rusko. We'll hold up this negate rather than playing the Bankbuster. Not that I really think we're going to be able to negate anything. Green-white. Oh, ho, ho. And we find a juicy, juicy target. The Supreme Juice. I think is what it's called, the Supreme Juice. We will not block under any circumstance. Let's just play this Tome. We're not gonna be tapping this. No, we can tap you also. Alright. Tome of the Infinite. We're not gonna be blocking, so we'll go attacking. And the Tome only makes 1 mana things, which is just fantastic. So if they play a big mean thing, we have a Murderous Rider. And if they don't, well, the Spinning Wheel is okay. They can have that. They can spin their wheel all they want. Cathar's Crusade. That's fine. Man, we could get a Light of Hope. That'd be good. What do we get? Oh, man. Our opponent is not going to be happy about this, let me tell you. They're going to be really unhappy. Wow, that's just brutal, honestly. I'll play the Bankbuster. Oh, jeez. The Tome giveth and the Tome taketh away. It could have easily given us like Force Spike. Johnny's fine. We got a Murderous Rider. Gain 2 life. Look at you. Look at you, little combo here. I think that's okay. Make a token. I guess we could have seen if we got a Force Spike. Fog, okay. Right on. Alright, what if we kill this? And let's go ahead and just, like, shuffle in during our upkeep. Because this is going to go to 11 and then 12. That way we can draw an extra card here. Okay, let's get a Swamp. an opponent realizing we just got to draw 7 and appropriately the game's over. Revenged. Okay, we are on the play against Tashar, Ancestor Apostle, and I think we're going to keep this hand. We have a Midnight Clock, which is... It's not quite as good as the 2-mana rocks, only because that lets us play Rusko a turn early, but obviously it's the best of the 3-mana ones. Okay. So Tashar's interesting. It's like almost like mono white combo. When you play historic spells, you can bring creatures back, small creatures back. We're gonna play Midnight Clock. We want to try to set up something to kill Tashar. Something to be able to Fatal Push Tashar. Well, in that case, gets a little bit easier. Now we just play Rusko, and we have a black source for Tashar to come to town. And we are well on our way with clocks. So many clocks. Skyclave Apparition. Okay, what are we going to get? Rusko? Excellent. We'll just play Rusko back. We're going to kill this in case they, you know, copy it or something. Well, maybe we won't. Maybe we will just leave it. Because we don't want Tashar to bring it back. We gotta, you know, gotta remember who and what we're playing here. Now, we could Phyrexian Metamorph it. And get that gone forever. That's... Well, in that case, we'll play Rusko, make a clock, and then have Dive Down in case they try to blink Skyclave Apparition. We'll just keep on making clocks. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. Cost artifacts and enchantments cost 1 less. Okay. Circuit Mender. Nice. They have the Blessing of the City. I don't want to put this in the graveyard for free. That seems like a silly thing to do. I like a Sublime Epiphany. We got to start getting some of these cards out of our hand, though. Now, it thinks that I want to leave up a black, which is understandable, but I actually don't. Let's tap all these clocks. All right, we'll play Ugin. And we're just gonna set some cards aside. These are nice because, you know, this Disdainful Stroke is going to be nestled carefully under this spirit, no matter if the clocks go off or not. Which is exactly what we want. Okay, gonna sacrifice the Circuit Mender, basically gonna draw 2 cards. Really want to find a counterspell for Tashar, specifically. Because... Okay. They got a Skyclave Relic and a Palladium Mirror. It might be time for a River's Rebuke. Yep. It's got flying. I feel like they would not like a River's Rebuke. Let's... What could we Phyrexian Metamorph? What would be nice to Phyrexian Metamorph? I can't Metamorph and River's Rebuke, though. Okay. We'll pay 2. And we're going to tap most of our clocks. We're going to make another clock. We love clocks. Everybody loves clocks. Okay. And now we have a Sublime Epiphany. Which we can copy a Rusko. We can keep the fake Rusko. And then we can... and then we can put this Rusko in the command zone, and we can replay it again next turn. Defense Grid. Okay. Counter, bounce, make a token, and draw a card. So, what's the order here? Bounce a thing. Are we gonna? I think we can. We're not gonna be able to River's Rebuke, so because that's gonna get shuffled away. So we'll bounce Palladium Mirror. We're gonna make another Rusko, and then we'll draw a card. Okay. That's going to get countered. That's going to get bounced. We will choose to keep the token, put this back into the command zone, and then we will make a clock. So this is on 9, and then we have 1 on 2, and then 1 on 7. Tashar. This is on 11. Let's go ahead and just shuffle this back in. Ooh, Thassa. Thassa's what we want. Altar of Dementia. Nice. Okay. So we're going to get to cast one of these spells. Well, that's actually not true. We can cast 2. We can cast Tasha. Or we can cast Thassa. Since this is a creature, it doesn't trigger the clocks. They have one thing in their graveyard, huh? Alright. Well, in that case, let's see what we can find. We're going to shuffle this in, and then we'll draw after that. See if we can find a way to kill this this Tashar. We do have. Let's put Tasha on the bottom. We have an Ominous Seas. We'll play the Ominous Seas. And then we're going to play the Thematic Compass. And then we're going to put counters on the Ominous Seas, because we're going to shuffle this. Okay. Put a bunch of counters on that. Then we'll play the Mind Stone for free. Thanks to Ugin. And then I think we will kill Tashar, finally with Blood Chief's Thirst. Draining them out slowly in the process. Yep. They're going to mill themselves, of course. And they got a Elite Spellbinder and a Herald. Okay, nice. And we're gonna... Oh no, this is a token. We've been had. By our own selves. Oh, we didn't have the... We didn't have the Thassa at the time, but... We should have foresaw that. We definitely should have foresaw that. Okay. Loyal Warhounds. Let's just go ahead and just cycle this. We can make a Kraken now, if we so choose. Opponent, we are opponent and we control more lands than them, that's true. Not by a lot, but one counts. Okay, and they milled an Esper Sentinel and a Key to the Archive. Return an artifact card. I'm sure it's going to be that defense grid, yeah. No surprise there, which they can cast. Not a big deal. Okay. Go to our turn. This is going to go to 11, so we can cast one spell. And we'll just play this Swamp. Let's foretell this, set it aside. And if we're going to cast a spell, let's Fatal Push the Ingenious Smith. And they can, of course, alter themselves. They so choose. Alright. We can make two. Currently we can make two Krakens. And let's kick this, which is going to put that to 11. And so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. We'll push this to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well... Let's go ahead and just kill this. And then we're going to spin this clock wheel yet again. Alright. So, we can make 3 Krakens. We have no more clocks, though. We're out of clocks. Which means Thassa is... milling us. That's interesting. I don't know that it's going to work. But it is interesting. They have 71 cards? I was say, what if we mill them? That'd be crazy. Okay, destroy this Starnheim Courier. We do just drain them. Okay. Mill, mill, mill. Let's just attack. They can block a random 2/2. Okay. We obviously get nothing back. Okay. We will... Oh. End up with his Mind Stone somehow. There's Tashar. And they have 1 mana. Okay. Pass. We're gonna make a Kraken. Should have been able to make 3 Krakens. Should have been able to opt, but that's on us. We didn't do that. Okay, now we can make a 3rd Kraken. We only need to hit with 1 Kraken, so let's bounce this with Rusko. And then get to Kraken with the Krakens. We're on the draw for this one against Klothys, but even though we don't have black, playing Thassa on turn 4 is like 1 step to being as good as playing Rusko, because Thassa is obviously very difficult to interact with. And then when you play Rusko, you can immediately that same turn get 2 clocks. Which doesn't, is not very good for, shuffling and drawing cards, because they happen back to back. That could be a little bit of a problem. In fact, there's a good chance that we block and kill this questing beast, because we have a shore up. And then just play land, Dimir Locket, Thassa. Squee, okay. As long as you don't put it on Questing Beast. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, now I think we're going to eat their Squee instead. And now we have a blocker for their Questing Beast. So we're gonna play this Locket, and then we're gonna play this Thassa. Oh, this is just not forever, just till end of turn. Okay, that's fine. Soon, like next turn, we will have 5 loyalty. We don't even need to play the Teferi. We just need to blink this again, and then we'll have a clock, and then that can block Questing Beast. Block this. Okay. I think we can afford to take 7. I don't want to block this though. We'll just take 8. Although I guess if could have just been dead too. Okay. So if we play Teferi, we still will have enough mana for 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Yeah, we'll still have enough mana for
After 1,000 years, I'm home.
we'll get rid of that. No attacks in the turn. Blink this. Okay. We might be phasing something out here. Yep, gonna eat that, drain us for 2. Vivian, okay. So in that case, we are going to counter, bounce, copy, and draw. So we're gonna bounce. So they have 1, 2, 3. Okay. We're going to bounce this. We're going to copy this. And we're going to target this. And we can still cycle this because we're going to be able to make a clock. We're going to keep this one. We make a clock. And, oh no, this is legendary creatures. So we only have 2 legendary creatures. Okay. Got a little ahead of myself. Power Word Kill is great, though. So, this... Well, they do have a creature with power 4 or greater. Oh, no, this isn't a creature. Okay. Okay. I don't think you're going to be attacking here. Okay. I don't think they're going to run out of food, so... Ooh. Alright. We got to keep the Ominous Seas. Especially because we're so close. Well, we're going to have to get rid of the Midnight Clock. Because we have to play this Ominous Seas. This is our, like, must play. Just trying to get the... For some defense here. And let's go ahead and trigger one of these clocks. We'll get this Rishkar. Okay. Pretty good. Let's play Lonely Sandbar as our land. And do we have 2 black? Okay, so we can cut down this. But can we play the Celestus? You know, first thing we can do is attack. Because this can't attack or block. They don't have a creature with 5 power. So we get them. And then we will tap for a blue, and a blue. And then we're going to play the Celestus. This is at 9. And then we have... we can cast both of these. So that means we can do one more. And we're going to make a not clock. We're going to make a Demir Locket. And then we're going to pass the turn. Okay. 4 clocks. Now we have a clock that's going to go off very, very, very soon. They do get to drain us for 2. Okay. So, that's good. Because we can kill this, and with the trigger on the stack, we can cut this down. That way we don't lose both of these out of our hand. Okay. Destroy target creature with no counters on it. Trigger. I would like to cut down. Wait. No! Not what I wanted here. Okay. I suppose that happens, though. Now they have a blocker, which is unfortunate. All right. Go up. We don't want this coming to play tap land. All right. Make a Kraken. So now we got another one on 9. Can make another Kraken. Let's just gain control of this 1/1. And I think that they are dead. I think we can just attack them for lethal now. Perfect. Perfect. Clocked. All right. But now we are up against Vivian Monster's Advocate, and we will keep this. Have a Shipwreck Marsh. And I'll play this Dismal Backwater instead. We don't have a turn 3 Rusko. Unless we draw a 2-mana artifact. Don't want to rule it out. We do not. Okay. Well, we'll just chill with this memory lapse. We might not even Selvala. Selvala adds a lot of mana. Yep, let's just do the tempo play so we can have our turn 3. And unfortunately we can't kick that. Alright, there's Selvala, which we will be able to kill, which is really, really convenient. Okay. Let's play Rusko. Make a clock. Oh, we get to draw a card. That's so nice. Our opponent is so kind. No Selvala for you. We get to draw the only card off of Selvala, and that's it. Reclamation Sage. There goes our clock. Ugh. Unbelievable. How dare you take our clock? Right, let's pay 2 life. Well, let's just make some more mana. Some indestructible. Well. Let's hold up this Archmage's Charm. Yeah, these are indestructible. You can't kill these. They're not going anywhere. Normally we want these to be clocks, but you put a stop to that. They said no clocks, please. Please and thank you. Ornithopter, sure. Alright. Well, our opponent is not going fast for much of anything. I'd like to accept some offers now. Some limited time offers.
Contracts are like good tea.
Alright.
My services on
Return 2 random creatures? No. Return a random creature? No. Get an emblem with your black spells cost less. I'll take that one. Sacrifice 2 permanents. Creatures you don't control get +1. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose a life for each creature you control. That one. That's the one. We almost whiffed on that offer. Had a bunch of things that had to do with us controlling creatures. Alright, we'll play this as a land. We gotta find another clock. Wait. Spells you cast cost black less? It's reducing these. Is that supposed to happen? I don't know. Who knows? But it is happening. So, there's that. Ram through. Yeah, that's how we get a new clock. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we'll put in the command sound, sure. Davro gets attacked. That's okay. He only costs 5, too. That's great. We didn't even lose a life. What a steal. Okay. Do we want another clock? No. Let's take more Skyclave relics. Alright. And we'll pass the turn. I knew we'd get another clock somehow. All we had to do was just wait for our opponent to give it to us. So easy. Come on. I know you want this Vivian. And I also know you're a little juiced on lands. We do need to make this clock go off because we are out of cards. Okay. Probably gonna counter this. Choose a creature, it gets +1/+1, it costs 1 less, and then they just draw a bunch of cards. No, we will counter that. We'll make our clock go faster. They gotta attack us for 4. We will take it. Yep, that's fine. No blocks. Okay. Now we're gonna lose a life. Ooh, key to the archive. That's a good one. That's probably better than Primal Amulet. That's what we're counting on anyway. Approach of the Second Sun, huh? Let's take this, and we'll get rid of this Primal Amulet. And then let's cast Approach. Let's get crazy. We just gained a bunch of life. We'll just attack them for 3. We don't want to block. I think we just need our one clock to go off. And then we'll be good. We have to shuffle in, so it's not like we're going to necessarily be able to draw this, but, you know, it'll be nice if we just happen to randomly draw it, and then we just win. We can easily cast it, because these make any color of mana. Okay. They have their Vivian.
Beauty lies in variation.
What I would like, I'd like a string of, like, ops and considers and stuff like that. That's what I think we want. I thought opponent was debating whether they wanted to attack or not. Alright. That clock go up 1. Bankbuster. Yeah, Bankbuster draws a card. This is on 9. Chromatic Lantern. Put it on 10. And we can draw during their turn. Like we can make this go off during their turn. So maybe we should actually just do this now. Okay. That way during their upkeep we will draw 7. And we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lands. Well, that was horrible. That was absolutely terrible. Well, time to block and make another clock. We'd be blocking so we can be clocking. Well, that's gonna get. I believe that's gonna meet the cut down. We can't let them have a Gaia's Cradle. More reach. Oh, they are not attacking. They figured out that we just get more clocks. Guess what? We always got more clocks. Don't you know? Don't you know that we always have more clocks? Oh, we could get a Selvala. We're not going to do that, though. Alright. Let's draw a card. Guardian Idol, sure. Let's go ahead and cut this down. Play our land. And we will pass. Alright, this clock's going to be on 4. And we can activate it 2 times to speed up the clock process. The clock says. Yeah. Okay. We have a big creature they can cast. Crater Hoof! That's probably too big for us. I think we're dead now. Oh, we're gonna die with 4 lands in our hand. No! Oh. We're so dead. We're so dead. Help us, Tasha. Now that was cool animation, but we are super dead. Let's block the All Growth Troll. Yeah, we're dead. We're dead. We got nothing. We have a bunch of lands in our hand. Oh man. Yeah, good game. Good game. Well, that's what we get. Not enough clocks. Couldn't do it in time. That was Rusko the Clockmaker, and I gotta say, we actually lost more when I was recording this video than when I was playing otherwise, but still, Rusko is a really great card. Just being able to just like draw 7 cards just over and over and over again. Not a lot of things that are better in Magic, honestly. Like, I don't care whatever colors you like to play. Everyone wants to just draw a handful of cards, and Rusko lets you do that. So, I'm definitely going to continue to play this deck. And if you have a lot of these cards and don't have to spend too many wild cards, I would definitely recommend anyone play because he's just an absolute blast. Thank you all so much for making it to the end of the video and for your support. If you have not yet, like this video on your way out, and of course, subscribe to this channel so you can see more Historic Brawl and Gladiator and Cube and Commander and all the great singleton formats that Magic has to offer. And follow me here, right on my social media channels. They're also in the description below. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm Justin Parnell, and we'll see you next time.